Reading Srimad Bhagavatam 4:28-21. Katam no dharakadina dharakaiva parayanaha vatishyante mahigate bina naivaivo dadhau. Katam, how, nu, indeed, dharakaha, son, dinaha, poor, dharakihi, daughters, va, or, aparayanaha, having no one else to depend on. Vartishyante, will live. Mai, when, gate, gone, from this world, binna, broken, naivaha, both, eva, like, udadhau, in the ocean. Translation. King Puranjan continued, worrying, after I pass from this world, how will my sons and daughters who are now fully dependent on me live and continue their lives? Their position will be similar to that of a passenger aboard a shipwreck in the midst of the ocean. King Puranjan continued worrying, after I pass from this world, how will my sons and daughters who are now fully dependent on me live and continue their lives? Their position will be similar to that of passengers aboard a shipwreck in the midst of the ocean. Purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. At the time of death, every living entity worries about what will happen to his wife and children. Similarly, a politician also worries about what will happen to his country or his political party. Unless one is fully Krishna conscious, he has to accept a body in the next life according to his particular state of consciousness. Since Puranjan is thinking of his wife and children and is overly engrossed in thoughts of his wife, he will accept the body of a woman. Similarly, a politician, the so-called nationalist, is inordinately attached to the land of his birth, will certainly be reborn in the same land after ending his political career. One's next life will also be affected by the acts one performed during this life. Sometimes politicians act most sinfully for their own self-gratification. It is not unusual for a politician to kill the opposing party. Even though a politician may be allowed to take birth in his so-called homeland, he still has to undergo suffering due to his sinful activities in his previous life. The science of transmigration is completely unknown to modern scientists. So-called scientists do not like to bother with this thing, because if they would at all consider the subtle subject matter and the problems of life, they would see that their future is very dark. Thus they try to avoid considering the future and continue committing all kinds of sinful activities in the name of social, political and national necessities. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanam Jnana Shlakaya Chakshushan Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Satpitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamam Dadati Swaparandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sakajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Shadvitam Shavadutam Parajanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Shyam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchna Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shavanu Shuta Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much coming in, joining us for the Saturday Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we are reading 4:28-21, continuing with the story of Puranjan. So you can see how Puranjan's mind is so much engrossed. He is worrying about his dependence. So this is how attachment works. Attachment makes one think of how the others who are going to be where I am going to leave the body, they will be helpless. Now you can see the consciousness of the Puranjan is more concerned about what's going to happen to his family, particularly his wife, children, rather than he is worrying about what is going to happen to me when I leave the body. There are two different thinking. So he is engrossed and thinking and worrying about his attachment. See? So this is how it is explained. My dear sons, the mind has a natural proclivity to enter into the material sense objects, and similarly the sense objects enter into the mind. But both this material mind and sense objects are merely destinations that cover the spirit soul as part and parcel of me. So this is how it works, the mind, although it's actually coming from God, Krishna makes the mind. All the senses, everything belongs to God, But see how the mind has got a natural tendency to become attracted to the Maya. He enters, sense acts, works with sense object, correct? And then attraction develops. Especially if someone is very dear to the person. You follow? So he gets overwhelmed. Oh, I cannot leave. I am attached. What will happen? I'm giving so much support now. Now I die. What will happen? You see how the mind is thinking in this direction. Now, why don't the mind think in another way? You cannot. See? How you can think in the other way, that's explained here in this verse. And this verse you can see So in this verse, sages free from false pride leave from this earth by frequenting the sacred pilgrimage sites and those places where the Supreme Lord displays His pastime. Because such devotees keep your lotus feet within their hearts, the water that washes the feet destroys all sin. Anyone who even once turns his mind toward you, the ever blissful soul of all existence, no longer dedicates himself to serving family life at home, which robs a man of his good qualities. See this point here. So anyone who turns his mind towards the Lord, that is the what? The criteria. If you somehow or other become attracted to Krishna, then the desire for material attachment will become nullified. You understand? This is the only way. If you want to become detached, like this now we read, he is overly attached. He is only thinking, oh my poor wife, poor son, daughter, Okay? So because he has no Krishna conscious, so his mind will definitely be zooming into the attachment. But if he has got some attraction for Krishna, then and only then his mind will develop a detachment. That's also explained in that famous verse, no? Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janatu Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Haitukam. What is that? 1? This verse, by rendering devotional service to Krishna, by rendering devotional service unto the personality of God, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. So there is no other separate method. If you don't become Krishna conscious, you cannot come out of the cycle of birth and death. There's no way you can come out. Understand? It is not possible. You can try and try. You cannot. See? Because you see, like now, Puranjan is king, He's going to become a woman. His mind is, setting in, attracted to his wife, thinking about his wife, worrying about her. You understand? Just like the example Bharat Maharaj, she was worrying about the little deer. Oh, who's going to take care? How is she feeding? In the dark now, it's running. The wolves will attack. You see how his whole. So attachment brings about that kind of concern. What's going to happen? Why is he late? Accident? You understand? It's always worrying. So because of that attachment, this worries. Especially there's one verse, it says that when you are attached to somebody, you are so concerned about the well-being of the person. See, and mind you have been staying, especially in this case, like Puranjan, he's been staying with his wife for how many years? So naturally, his inclination and his mind is all going in that direction. See? So in other words, the cure for this is the problem. So the cure for this is explained here, that we have to become Krishna conscious. Yes? That's the only cure for this. How to become Krishna conscious, that you cannot learn on your own self. That's not possible. You can only understand Krishna through the help of a pure devotee. That's no two way about it. See? And not only just go to the pure, you must surrender. You must what? Surrender, take initiation, and you must be willing to work under the rules and regulations guided by the spiritual mind. Then only, see, like now we understand, theoretically we understand that yes, I have to become Krishna conscious, I have to chant, I have to remember Him, correct? But what guarantee is that I will be doing that at the time of death? What assurance is that? What is the assurance? There is no assurance. Yes? Don't say so much. Now you take the bead bag. No, I want to chant properly, I want to remember Krishna and I want to hear, correct? The moment you put your hand in the bead bag, where it goes? To your wife. Huh? Where does it go? Huh? You see, it wonders. So you see, this is just a test. Now what happens at the time of death if the same mind wanders? Prabhu, it's going to be a serious problem. Don't you think so? No, Prabhu, I am super. Indian, they like to use the word, no, super, no? Yeah? No, I am super. Krishna will, I capture, what? Krishna is in my pocket. Is it? I have few pockets, it's everywhere, yeah? Think. This is how a person who is what? Neophyte start thinking like this. Because it takes it easy, No, I will remember. I am strong. Huh? Madhavendra Puri, who is Madhavendra Puri? Huh? You know who is Madhavendra Puri? Such an exalted devotee that Krishna personally what? Stole sweet rice for him. Not only that, Krishna personally what? Krishna personally told him, I am buried somewhere here, you please come and take me out. You know this Gopal deity, have you seen the Gopal deity? Huh? Gopal deity is not in Vrindavan, this Nathdwar. You know the Gopal with the eyes like this, have you seen the deity? It's in Nathdwar, Have you been? Nobody been? We went, right? He's standing like this, with his hand. Have you seen? What? Small one. Come on, he's so tall. Come on, all coming from India. Don't know what you learn, nothing. If I say Shah Rukh Khan, all you know. Right? That all you know by your fingertips. Nathdwar, what? Jagannath Puri, what? Huh? You understand? You just see how the whole culture is there in Nathdwar, and the deity is standing like this. I think he is standing, with his hand like this. Correct? Have you seen Anand? He is holding the what? Govardhan hill, he is standing like this. Have you seen Anand? Come on, you have seen this. Can you take out the picture and show him at least? Huh? Yeah, put there, how to see that? I will cut off everything, no? Srinathji, it's called Srinathji, Yeah? Very beautiful, and his eyes is, like that, is special. And Madhavendra Puri, he found him, he buried in the foothill of Govardhan hill, he ducked. Gopal told him, please come and rescue me. Such an exalted devotee, And he is praying in this very famous prayer. You see how he is praying. He is going to leave the body and he is praying like this. What is that verse? Ayinanda. What is that? Dayadara. You know this Ramachandra Khan, Ramachandra Puri, what is that? Antya Lila? No, Madhya, no, it is Antya. Antya. Yeah, Aidina. What is that verse? 4? 199. 4197. No, this is not the verse. Yeah. See how is he praying? He is going to leave his body. This is how is his mood. Ai dina dhayadara nata he mathura nath kada avalokya se hridayam twadaloka kataram daitya brahmayati kim karomi aham. O my Lord, O most merciful Master, O Master of Mathura, when shall I see you again? Because my not seeing you, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O most beloved, what shall I do now? See how is the mood? He's praying how to get the mercy of the Lord. How, oh Master, when shall I see you again? So you see how the consciousness, we are talking now about consciousness of a very, very exalted personality. The same thing was there with Bhishmadev. He was leaving the body and you know what I mean? I want to see you. Of course, the Lord appeared for them. I mean, Bhishmadev saw the Lord and he fixed on the Lord's, four-handed form. And the same thing with Haridas Thakur. He saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he fixed his mind at the lotus feet of the Lord. So the idea is to come to that stage, how to fix our mind on the Lord. That is the success. If anyone can capture the lotus feet of the Lord, it is said by Kunti Devi, he will never see any more repeated birth and death. What is that verse? 1:8. 32,
36.
33.
36.
36. In this prayer she says, is this the verse? O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant and repeat your transcendental activities or take pleasure in others doing so, certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death. This is the whole idea. How to capture the lotus feet of the... That is the whole program. You know the verse, the Bhakti Lata beach will grow, right? The creeper will grow, right? And he will grow and grow and grow and he grows up to where? He bursts this covering and he goes to the Brahma Jyoti and he goes to the spiritual world and he goes all the way until Goloka Dham and he settles at the lotus feet of the... That's it. Because the creeper, if he doesn't get any anchor, he will fall down. Yes? Correct? So the creeper has to grow and capture some kind of a support. And unless he catches the support of Krishna's lotus feet, this creeper will not what? Sustain, will not hold. Yeah, what is that verse? The creeper verse? 119, Madhya 19. 19 what? 159. No, this is the verse about Bhaktilata beach, but there's a verse about how the grows and capture, then the gardener gets the fruit. 1:5. The seeds begin to sprout and it grows and it grows. See, it grows. Let me read this. As one waters the Bhaktilata beach, the seed sprouts and the creeper gradually grows to the point where it penetrates the wall of this universe and goes beyond the Viraja river, lying between the spiritual world and material world. It attains Brahmaloka, the Brahma effulgence, and penetrating through that stratum, it reaches the spiritual sky, the spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavan. So he goes to Goloka Vrindavan and then not finish. Been situated in one's heart and been watered by Shravan Kirtan, the Bhakti Creeper grows more and more. In this way he attains shelter of the desired tree of the lotus feet of Krishna, who is eternally situated in the planet known as Goloka Vrindavan, in the topmost region of the spiritual sky. So that is what is that? Our devotion must come to this point of capturing the lotus feet of the Lord. The Brahma Samhita it says, Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabhis Tabhircha Eva Nija Rupataya Kalabhi Goluka Eva Nivasakti Kelatma Bhuto Govinda Mahadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord. He recites his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency, Ladini, their companions, her confidants, who embody the extension of a bodily form and who are imbued with, permeated with ever blissful spiritual ras. In the spiritual worlds, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna has expanded himself by spiritual potency. He has his eternal form of bliss and knowledge, Sachidananda Vigraha. Everything in Goloka Vrindavan planet is spiritual expansion of Sachidananda. Everyone there is in the same potency, Ananda Chinmaya Ras. The relationship between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his servitor is Chinmaya Ras. Krishna and his entourage, paraphernalia of the same Chinmaya potency. And this is where the Supreme Personality of Godhead is expanded throughout the spiritual world, and when the Chinmaya Rasa potency expands to the material potency, it becomes all-pervading. The idea is that although the Supreme Personality of Godhead exists on his own planet, Goloka Vrindavan, he is also present everywhere. Andhantarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam. He is present within all the universe. Although they are innumerable, he is also present within the atom. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hrideshu Arjuna Tishti. He is also present in the heart of all living entities. This is his all-pervasive potency. Goloka Vrindavan is highest planet in the spiritual world. In order to go to the spiritual world, after penetrating the curve of material universe, one must penetrate Brahmaloka, the spiritual effulgence. Then one can come to the Goloka Vrindavan planet. There are also other planets in the spiritual world called Vaikuntha planet, and on this planet Lord Narayana is worshipped with awe and veneration. On this planet Samtaraj is prevalent, and some of the devotees are also connected with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Dasharas, the mellow of servitorship. As far as the mellow of fraternity is concerned in Vaikuntha, this ras is represented by Gaurava Rasakya, friendship in awe and veneration. The other fraternity ras exhibited as Vishramba, friendship in equality, is found in the Goloka Vrindavan planet, and above that service to the Lord is Vatsalya Ras, parental love, and above all is the relationship with the Lord in Madhurya Ras, conjugal love. These 5 rasas fully exhibit in the spiritual world in one relationship with the Lord. Therefore, in the spiritual world, the Bhakti Kripa finds its resting place at the lotus feet of Krishna. So this is a very important point. So in devotional service, the whole program is trying to capture, as I said, the lotus feet of the Lord. So this is how to get the idea, the knowledge and all. This has to be revealed to us. It is not something, okay, I heard, now I have to capture the lotus feet. Okay, I'll take a picture like that and I will try to my capturing program. It doesn't work like that. You understand? It works like this. It works only in this way. This is the way. See the word here? Anjasa vendate padam. Padam means feet. See this verse? One who has attained pure devotional service by association with my devotees always engaged in worshipping me. Thus, he very easily goes to my abode, which is revealed by my pure devotees. So this is actually a revelation. Unless the spiritual master gives you that mercy, you cannot actually understand this whole thing. That's not possible. You follow this point? That's why spiritual master is so important. He reveals the lotus feet of the Lord to the. You understand or not? There is no shortcut to that. It's not that you can just simply try and you can get. No, it's not possible. This is so crucial, serving the spiritual master. That's why someone who has no spiritual master, repeated death is assured. Repeated birth and death is assured. Because he has no guru. How he will find out? Can he find out? No. Unless he is lucky like Ajamil, I don't know, maybe you are. Get married to a prostitute, have 20 children, and then the last one, you name him as Narayan. And make an experiment. Hopefully Narayan never put you into old folks' home. Understand? It is all gamble. So one has to make an effort. He has to learn how to serve the spiritual master. That's why the spiritual master, the prayers we chant in the morning, correct? What is that? The spiritual master is engaging the devotee in the worship of the deity, correct? What is that? Sri Vigrahana Tananitta Namnam Singara Tanman Diramajanado Yuktasa Bhaktam Chaninjo Topi Vande Guru Sri Charanaravind. Why? What is this whole program? Because by worshipping the deity, by the mercy of the spiritual master, we get revealed. This transcendental lotus feet of the Lord gets what? That impression will, the attraction will. That's why Prabhupada said, if you can somehow remember something of the deity, that is the biggest, what we say, saving grace. Something, some of the Lord. That attraction will save us. That's why deity worship is so important. Because to purify our mind, we cannot just purify our mind, because we can purify by hearing the holy name. We are not saying no. As Prabhupada said, in Kali Yuga, just to concentrate on hearing the holy name is not so easy. It is not so. Okay, now you see the deity, dress. What dress he was wearing yesterday? I have to stretch my brains. What was the dress? What color? Right? You see, it's so difficult. Understand? So therefore, deity worship is so important that by touching the lotus feet of the Lord, correct? Dressing Him and everything, we get completely purified of all this contamination. All this contamination. There was a story of this elephant. There is one elephant in Guruvayur, I think I told this story before. What was his name? Kesava, yeah. The tusk is still there. If you go to the temple in Guruvayur, you will see his tusk is in the gate, his foot entrance. Very, very long tusk. So this Kesava, he is an extraordinary elephant. He is so attracted to the form of the Lord. And they have this elephant parade. Only he will carry the Lord. Other elephant carry, he will throw a tantrum, And not only that, he is so peculiar, he also observed Ekadasi. And they tried to trick him on that day by giving, he will know. They are unique, because last life, this. So at the time of dying, this elephant was crying and crying, because he wanted to associate. And so what they did, they brought a picture of the Lord for him. So by seeing the picture of the Lord, he pacified himself and he passed away. See, what am I pointing out is that the deity form of the Lord is crucial to pacify the mind. Otherwise, our thing will go like this case of Puranjan, right? So where he will go? To who he was close with. And not only that, you also start thinking that these are they will save me. They will not. Just like Ajamil, he was frightened, right? Lucky he called for his son, right? And lucky he named his son as, if you name him as Thomas or you name him as something else, what will happen? Say Muniandi. What happened? What will be the consequence? Correct? Just see. So, all this to show that how much you can get attracted to the Lord is on one crucial point, with the mercy of the spiritual. Doesn't mean that we got the mercy, we have got Srila Prabhupada and all, okay, as Prabhupada said, no, right now I can sleep, I already got the mercy, Prabhu, I connected. What? No, the initiation, now I connected. Then I sleep, no? Yeah? Prabhupada said when the birds are flying, every bird is flying, correct? And he has to flap the wing. Although there is a leading bird, still other birds must flap also, correct? If all the birds thinking, one bird thinking, yeah, he is flying, leading, I will rest. What will happen? Fall down. Correct? So spiritually it's like that. We cannot, take it easy. It's dangerous. Because that is any moment, correct? Any moment we can go. I was watching some videos. The newscaster was talking, and while talking he died. On screen, you can see, gone. Right? Any moment there is danger at every step. So, our whole idea is to prepare for that. We will always be conscious that I am going to die any moment. I will die also any moment. Right? Therefore, our process has to become very strict. Suppose I have not captured the lotus feet of the Lord, then how? What would be my position? I say, nice, I have the lotus feet, all nice. But suppose I have not captured the Lord, then what? What's my position? Finish. Repeated birth and again. Yeah? Of course, Krishna said no loss, you will go to heavenly planet, and heavenly planet you finish, you come back here again and take birth. But do we want to do this here? Imagine you come back here in 30,000 years. Let's say you go to heavenly planet. You spend 100, how many years? 100 years. How much is 100 years in the heavenly planet? When you come back here, how much is it? I think some 36,000 years will be gone. Already Kali Yuga is so bad here. If you come back here in 36,000 years, I don't know what will happen. Right? Yes? It's going to be bad news. So therefore, even we have not captured the Lord's lotus feet, but if we strictly abide by the instruction of the spiritual master, then the spiritual master is assured that yes, you are going home back to God. On that assurance, what is that? Chanting 16 rounds and following the 4. We have to learn how to do this very strictly. And you can only do these things if you attend the morning program, if you stay in the association of devotees, then yes, you get the strength. I think I have explained that before. If this strength doesn't come, then it's very, very, very dangerous, because it's already explained. If you don't do this program, then your mind will go down to the platform of Malacha and Yava. Finish. Then you degrade, then you fall down, you break the principle, then finish. Then for sure, you don't even get the mercy of the spiritual. Prabhupada was asked, one time he was telling someone, I have many disciples, many disciples, but only a few are eating meat. What does it mean? I have so many disciples, but only a few are. That means, if you are a proper disciple, if you eat meat, finish. No more disciple. Finish, contract is over. Understand? So it's very dangerous that we don't go down, break the contract. Right now, we have a very good position that just by following these 4 principles and chanting, and Prabhupada has given that. What? Sure. There's a verse, I think it's in the 10th canto, is it? Krishna is speaking this Manigreva and Nalagwara story, I think I'll take that verse out. I showed the verse last time. Krishna was saying, I have no business with you, 10:10:25. In this verse, although these 2 young men are the sons of very rich Kuvera and I have nothing to do with them, see? The Lord is saying, I have nothing to do with them, I have no business. You understand? But Devarishi Narada, my very dear and affectionate devotee, therefore, because he wanted me to come face to face with them, I must do so for their deliverance. You see the condition? I have nothing to do with this this Nalagwara and what is this. I have nothing to do with it. But because my very dear devotee has said, that please you deliver them, you please see them, correct? I must do so. See this point? So similarly, Prabhupada has said that you follow these 4 principles and chant 16 rounds, then you will definitely go back to Godhead. Krishna is obligated to carry this out, because Prabhupada is very dear to you. Follow this point. So our deliverance now to see the lotus feet, or this is going to be a very tall order. I don't know, it may happen to you, may not happen to you. But if you follow the 4 principles and chant 16 rounds, which you can easily do, your deliverance is guaranteed. Yes? Yes or no? Huh? No. What? No expression, no nothing. What? I have to beg you to say? Wow, my goodness. You're not sure? Are you sure? Not sure? What? Not sure. Maybe Prabhupada is lying, huh? What? Guaranteed. Jackpot. Assured. But you cannot do this thing without the help of association or you cannot do this. That's possible. It's not possible. If you try to stay aloof, as I have seen many cases, then eventually they sleep out. You need to be in the association of. Then it is assured. Going back to Godhead is assured. Stopping the cycle of birth and death is assured. Not getting any more material body is assured. Not remembering Krishna, it will never happen. You will always be assured. Yes, Krishna. So therefore, this is the only thing in how we can escape. Here like Puranjan, he is finished. This is how he is taking the route. King, he is not what? He is not some queen or what? He is the what? King. And you see how his mind became. So don't think if you are a king or a queen or whatever. If you do not get the mercy of a pure devotee, then this whole program is going to be difficult. Very difficult. It is not possible to become Krishna consciousness by our own strength. It's very difficult. You need only the mercy of the devotee. Then yes, Krishna is duty bound, as he says here. I must do so. I must do so for their deliverance. See, purport. This purport is whose purport? Prabhupada purport. Nalakwara and Manigrava actually had nothing to do with devotional service or seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. For this is not an ordinary opportunity. So that it is not that because one is a very rich or learned or was born in an aristocratic family, one is able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. This is impossible. But in this case, because Narada Muni desired that Nalakwara and Manigrava see Vasudeva face to face, the Supreme Personality of Godhead want to fulfill the words of his very dear devotee Narada Muni. If one seeks the favor of a devotee, instead directly favors. If one seeks the favor of a devotee, instead of directly asking favors from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one is very easily successful. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur therefore recommend Vaishnava Thakura Tomara Kukura Baliya Janaha More Krishna se tumar Krishna dete pare. One should desire to become like a dog in strictly following a devotee. Krishna is in the hand of a devotee. Durlabham Atma Bhakto. Thus, without the favor of a devotee, one cannot directly approach Krishna. What to speak of engaging in his service? Narottam Das Thakur therefore sings, Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Payecha Keva. Unless one becomes a servant of a pure devotee, one cannot be delivered from material condition of life. In our Gaudiya Vaishnava society, following in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami, our first business is to seek shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, Ada Guru Ashrayaha. So, this is very important. Try to understand. On this principle of mercy only, we are trying to take advantage, surrendering to Prabhupada, following the direction. And of course, it's not that we don't do other things. Yes, we carry on our as per the instruction of Prabhupada, worshipping the deities, doing preaching, doing all these activities. Then we should, Prabhupada definitely the mercy will be given to us without any doubt. Yes, otherwise Puranjan become a Puranjan, becoming, going back to taking birth and death is assured. Alright, so any questions or comments on these points, explains? Because Narada Muni Damodar pastime.
Because Narada Muni promised that Krishna will come and deliver to Nala Mudra and Manipura. Because of this reason that he enacted the Namagari. Lord enacted Namagari.
Yeah. Because he wanted to save these two devotees who are born as a tree. So the Lord had to go bring the, what is that? Huh? What do you call it? Uluka. Huh? Uluka. Big thing, he went and he dragged and then when that place he became this elongated, stuck between the tree, and he pulled the tree down and then these two devotees came out and they didn't go back to Godhead immediately. They go back again and became Nalakwara and Manikuru again. Of course, the assurance that this time they will not forget the Lord. So that benediction was given. So you try to understand in our Damodar prayer, the Astakam, it's all, I want to see your form. Maybe this beautiful form ever manifests in my heart. Right? The whole verse is all correct. It's the whole idea to capture the Lord in our heart. Like it says, the Lord is millions and millions of miles away. Yes? Correct? Yes, I think, what is that? 4. Although fixed in his abode, the personality of Godhead is swifter than the mind and can overcome all others running. The powerful demigod cannot approach him, although in one place he controls those who supply the air, rain, and surpasses all in excellence. So the Lord is, but nobody, he is far. At the same time, he is also very near. I think in 13th chapter, is it? Apani Pada, is that verse?
13, 14.
The Supreme Lord walks and does not walk. He is far away, but is very near as well. He is within everything, yet he is outside everything. You see how? Inconceivable. That's why, although he is so far away, but he is also here in the heart of ours. But because we cannot relate to the Lord in our heart, so he manifests as the deities. See how the whole science, so you serve him, you bow down to him, correct? How are you going to bow down in your heart? It's going to be difficult, right? So you bow down here, you bring some fruit, leaf, flower, water, I'm sure you can get more things than that, right? And offer to him. And he accepts. It's not that he don't accept, he'll accept. I accept with love. So all these things are all geared up for purification of our consciousness. Somehow or other we become Krishna conscious. That's the whole sum and substance. See? That's why there's a prayer by again Madhavendra Puri, I think it is in the first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. that he says, please Sandhya Vandanam forgive me, please forefathers forgive me. Yeah, I cannot do any more thing because whenever I see it, I only remembering. You know that verse? 2:15, purport, I think. Yeah, this verse. Sandhya Vandanam Bhadram Astu Bhavato Go Snanatubhyam Namo Bhudeva Pittarascha Tarpana Vidhaunaham Chematam Yatra Kvapi Nisadya Yadava Kulottomasasya Kamsa Dvishaha Smaram Smaram Agham Aramitad Alam Manyekim Anyena Me. O my prayers 3 times a day, all glory to you. O bathing, I offer my obeisance unto you. O demigod, O forefathers, please excuse me for my inability to offer you my respects. Now wherever I sit, I can remember the great descendant of the Yadu dynasty, Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, and thereby I can free myself from the sinful bondage. I think this is sufficient for me. You see how this, wherever I sit, I am always remembering the Lord, and this is sufficient for me. If you can come to this point, I am sure it's very sufficient. If you can come, but if you cannot, then it's issue. So you see here he is praying like this, same person, Madhavendra Puri. Just now I showed you the verse, and he is saying, where are you, my Lord? You see? So here is he remembering, there he is crying. So that Vipralamba Seva and what is the other word? Sambhoga and Vipralamba. So among these two, the Vipralamba is more, what we say, more intense. Because in separation only you tend to cry and ask for that association. But if seeing, then you may also become a little familiar, no? So therefore he is saying, where are you, Dinadayal? Where? I want to see you again. You follow? That is the Lord's mood. Just like Narada, he spoke to Narada. In his previous life, he spoke to Narada once, and he said, you cannot hear me anymore. That was just that moment, finished. He said, this life you cannot hear me anymore, finished. But because of that intensity of hearing that one time, Narada's pure love became manifest. See, so the Lord sometimes does that to encourage the devotees in separation to yearn for Him, just like the gopis also is separated from them, correct? So their intensity will increase. Of course, these are all very higher principles. I think for me, I rather just live on the mercy of Prabhupada. I think that is a very safe, path to follow. Trying to see the Lord and cry for Him and all that. Yeah, it's good. I'm not saying no. If we can do, it's great. But yes, yes. All right. Any other question? No questions, huh?
You were saying about Sanatana Goswami that the Lord came to enact the pastime. So, like you look at Narsimha Leela, the Lord is he doesn't care about Hiranyakashipu. He came to protect Prahlad more than killing Hiranyakashipu. So, in this pastime, there's two things happening. There's Mother Yashoda dying plus delivering. So, we can't have. With the Lord have more preference like that. To satisfy Mother Yashoda more to deliver this to Veeras.
I didn't get the point.
No. When Krishna comes, he does many things at the same time, right? So he does main thing and then he has other things also going on.
Exactly.
Like when Vamana came, he delivered Bali Maharaj. At the same time he brought Ganga. So it's an incidental when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he actually wanted to taste Radha Krishna love, but incidentally he also propagated the holy name. So he's saying when Prahlad Maharaj came, when Narasimha came, he came actually for Prahlad Maharaj, but in the course Hiranyakasipu was also killed. So in this Damodar pastime, he got bound by Yashoda and he delivered the Nalaprabhuda, which is the main, incidental, which is the main thing.
He delivered Yashoda.
Not delivered, he got bound by Yashoda because of her love. And at the same time, because of Narada's call, he delivered these two. So which one was the primary, which is secondary?
Now this is
No, but
Yashoda and Narada. Nalaprabhuda are not coming into this.
Nalaprabhuda third.
Fulfill the desire of Narada, blessings of how Narada.
no, the incident of Yashoda tying him up is to show that how that he can only be captured by pure love. See, that is the primary thing, and because she tried and tried and tried, she could not bind him. And then he says that he seeing a perspiration, a flower all drop, and she was giving up, and then he's okay, now you tie me up. See? So still, although she can tie him up with pure love, but still he is in control, unless he gives you the permission. It's not that, oh, you pure love, you can just bundle him. No, he has to say yes. You understand? So he allowed her then to tie him up. Understand? Then, of course, after he did that, and why I bind out and just sit by the ulukal for day and night, and she come and feed me something. No, he had his plans. So he pulled the thing down there and he broke the tree, and both of them came out and he spoke the whole thing. That's why the Lord comes down to do pastime, and he's not just doing pastime. He's actually coming to give instruction that how we can understand his. Like he says, one action, many things happening. That's law. No, he teaches. He taught Yashoda here. He's teaching here, and there with Nalakwara and Manikura is teaching there. Correct. And after that, the tree fell down. Nanda Maharaj will run in. Correct. You know the story, right? Then he said, what happened? What happened? The children, they know the tree fell and the two people came out. These guys are talking nonsense. That's what two people. You see, is it another pastime? You see how everything about him is inconceivable. So only devotees can understand these things. You follow this point? So we have to therefore hear from the devotees. See? Then after that, then not finished. Is Leela in what is the place? Mahavan, is it? And then they say, no, too many things are happening here. No, this boy is falling down, getting killed, this, that. No, we will move. Then they go to Vrindavan. You see? So the Lord, everything about the Lord is, inconceivable. That's a verse, 19 what? This is spoken by Bhishma Dev. He says here in this verse, in this verse, you see, spoken by, O King, no one can know the plan of the Lord, Sri Krishna, even though great philosophers inquire exhaustively, they are bewildered. This is the position of the Lord, inconceivable. Bhishmadev spoke this verse. Cannot understand how he is working. That is because he is God, So we have to know this. Then yes, he will reveal. All revelation. Because you are my devotee and friend, I am revealing the secrets to you. Otherwise, the Lord, if he wants us, he can bewilder us like this, Correct? Isn't it so difficult for him? Anything he can do, right? So So the Lord, to understand Him, therefore we have to surrender. That's why I quoted that verse 11:25, revealed by the pure devotees. Only the pure devotee can reveal these things to us. Otherwise, you become like Kamsa. Big deal, he broke some trees and some, bush. What the big deal? He carried some mushroom toadstool and, what's the big, You understand? He fought with some water snake and, He cannot understand. Kamsa, you cannot. So this is the what we say, the criteria. That's why he is praying. The Damodar asked, you please reveal. What is that verse? You please reveal your, when you manifest, what? Varam devana moksham na. You please reveal yourself to me, Get to this form of yours. I want to see, Yidante Vampunata Gopala Bala. I want to have this thing in my heart. I don't want anything.
Avirastam means avirvala, appearance.
Yes. So this is the difference between the mood of a devotee and a non-devotee. A non-devotee cannot understand these mysteries, but a devotee can see. That's why even if the Lord tried to hide Himself from the devotee, He cannot. That's a verse also. What is it? Even the devotee try to hide, he cannot hide. Not possible. The devotees can see through. This is spoken by what is his name? Ramanuja's spiritual master, Yamunajacharya. He spoke this verse. Yeah? What? Yamunajacharya, he says, the devotees, you can't hide from the devotees. See? And the Lord feel happy also to reveal Himself to that is the mood. He reciprocates like that. So now try to understand, our whole idea is to be saved. We don't want to wander away and get our mind all split out and then they have to take birth again. Another.
Adi 3.89.
And this verse, Ullangita, yeah, correct. Ullangita, this is Yamunajacharya, no? O my Lord, everything within the material nature is limited by time, space and thought. Your characteristic, however, being unequal and unsurpassed, are always transcendental to such limitation. You have sometimes covered such characteristic by your own energy, but nevertheless, your unalloyed devotees are always able to see you under all circumstances. So the Lord reciprocates with His devotees like that. He is willing to expose Himself to the devotee. But to the non-devotees, what is that verse? Bhagavad Gita? Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritta. It covers. You cannot. Is there a purport? This verse is quoted from the Sotra Ratna of Yamunajacharya. Everything covered by the influence of Maya is within the limited boundaries of space, time and thought. Even the greatest manifestation we can conceive, the sky also has limitation. From the authentic scriptures, however, it is evident that beyond the sky is the covering of 7 layers, each 10 times thicker and than the one preceding it. The covering layers are vast, but with or without covering, a space is limited. Our power to think about space and time is also limited. Time is eternal. We may imagine billions and trillions of years, but that will still be inadequate estimate of the extension of time. Our imperfect senses therefore cannot think of the greatness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, nor can we bring Him within the limitation of limitation of time or our thinking power. His position is accordingly described by the word Ullangita. He is transcendental to space, time and thought. Although He appears within them, He exists transcendentally. Even when the Lord's transcendental existence is described by space, time and thought, however, pure devotees of the Supreme Lord can see Him in His personal feature beyond space, time and thought. In other words, even though the Lord is not visible to the eyes of ordinary man, Those who are beyond the coverings layer, beyond the covering layers because of their transcendental devotional service can still see Him. See this point here? The sun may appear covered by a cloud, but actually it is eyes of the tiny people below the cloud that are covered, not the sun. If the tiny people rose above the cloud in an airplane, they would then see the sunshine and the sun without impediment. Similarly, although the covering of Maya is very strong, Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Deviye Jaguna Maya Mama Maya Turutyaya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Maya Metan Tarantite. The divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of nature is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross behind it. To surpass the influence of illusory energy is very difficult, but those who are determined to catch hold of the lotus feet of the Lord are free from clutches of Maya. Therefore, pure devotees can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but demons, because of their miscreant behavior, cannot understand the Lord in spite of seeing the many revealed scriptures and uncommon activities of the Lord. See the point? You understand? There's one more point here, another verse. It just reminds me of another verse. In this verse, as the chariot of air carries an aroma from its source and immediately catches the sense of smell, similarly, one who constantly engages in devotional service in Krishna consciousness can catch the Supreme Soul who is equally present everywhere. Right? It's the fact. If you are Krishna conscious, you can see Krishna. That's why the Bhagavad Gita now, Yo mam pasyati sarvata, sarvayam mu pasyati. In this way, he never lost. That's why devotee, he cannot fall down. Why he cannot fall down? Because he is always with the Lord. Right? This is the difference. Alright? Okay, too long already the class. Thank you very much. Is there anybody asking questions? Is that there? Okay, thank you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all of you.